Okay. So, welcome to the first episode of the Icon Edit, the space where women's voices, stories, and successes take center stage. I'm your host, Iwona, and in each episode, I sit down with inspiring women who are shaping their industries, breaking barriers, and redefining what success looks like. From personal growth to professional triumphs, we will explore the lessons, challenges, and moments that matter most. And I am here today with my first guest, interior designer Aga Al Rumaihi, who has not only a lot of experience in working in the Middle East, but also in Europe. Thank you for joining me today, Aga.
Thank you for having me, Ivona.
So, in your own few words, tell us a little bit about the work that you do.
So I'm an interior designer and we specialize in high-end residences, but now my company is moving towards commercial projects, especially high-end offices. And I think every single studio has this challenge where on one hand you have your passion, which is high-end residences, high-end interiors, and on another hand you have a business that keeps growing and you see what brings you the most income. And you move towards that. I mean, it's simple as that.
Seems logical to me. You are very experienced. As I said, already you have worked in Europe and now in the Middle East. Can you tell me is there a difference working with European clients and Middle Eastern clients, especially in the Gulf region? Or would you say that where there's money, there's possibilities everywhere?
We have a lot of European clients here in Middle East, but I worked with Middle Eastern clients and European, and there is a huge difference. I think the biggest challenge was to understand the functions of the house because it's a completely different culture. When you're entering Arabic house, you have first function, which is reception. We don't have it in our European houses because European houses are much smaller. The space is much smaller. The scale of the furniture is much smaller. Here, we love big spaces. We love huge living rooms. We have not one living room in the house. We have at least 2 or 3. So we always have a family living room. We don't have one kitchen. We always have 2 kitchens. One is chef kitchen and one is show kitchen, which is usually not really used. It's there to maybe boil the water for tea. We also, when we are designing kids' rooms, we don't design it the same way as in Europe. We usually design a play area where we keep all the toys and the kids' bedroom, which is only for sleeping, for relaxing, for clearing their mind after the long day at school. And all the bedrooms, they have their own bathrooms. Yeah. That was very different for me. Even in the apartments, as you know. Yeah,
that's like a little culture shock when you live here, that you have so many. It's very American also, right? Really? Americans also have like bathrooms to every bedroom.
Oh, I didn't know.
Most people,
You're right, in all the movies.
Yeah.
I noticed. I didn't work in the US, so I can only tell from the experience I got here. But it was a shock for me, renting an apartment, 3-bedroom apartment, and having 5 bathrooms.
Yes, that's true. That's crazy.
And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And they lived in nanny. That was something completely different
in
for
Europe
me.
You don't have any maid rooms.
Yes.
Or rooms for other staff. There's no thing I have never seen anything like this in Europe, to be honest.
Here, when we're designing the whole part of the house for the service.
Yeah, it's like it was a custom back like 200 years ago, maybe in Europe, but now nobody's doing that because nobody has staff in Europe, so it's not necessary, I guess.
I think here it's much more affordable and it's part of the culture.
Yeah.
So that was much different approach to designing the residences for me.
So a little personal question, did you always know that you would end up in this kind of field of work, or what drew you to this profession?
Oh, that's a funny story.
Yeah, please tell us.
So I wanted to become a hairdresser.
Okay.
After the high school, I told my parents, who are both doctors, Mommy, Daddy, I will become a hairdresser.
How did they react to that?
They told me no.
Okay.
And my brother was already studying IT, so they said, go for 1 year, study IT. My matura, which is the final exam of the high school, was quite good, so I was able to get to that university. But after half a year of studying IT, I said to my mom that unfortunately
You don't like
I don't feel it, yeah. And I always wanted to do something creative. I was always good with decorating the house, and I decided to try it.
Yeah.
And that was it. I was studying for half a year drawing and painting, and I got it.
So you have a very classic education when it comes to interior design. Could you say that?
I would say that, yes, I have a bachelor degree in interior design and master degree in the digital arts.
Okay, that sounds very good. What would you say after you studied and started working as interior designer? What was your biggest opportunity that you had? Like something that was career breaking for you, or a project or client that shaped how you work today?
I would say my internship.
Okay.
So it was at the very beginning of my career. Ms. Rostocka, she just came back to Poland and she reopened her studio, and I was lucky enough through my friend to be her intern. And I think that's how it started.
So maybe you found the love for this profession in this internship? Or would you say that
I was
only...
already in love with designing, but I think she influenced me a lot.
Okay.
And I saw this powerful woman having this amazing agency, and also she was a contractor at the same time with so much passion. I felt I want to be
like
the
her.
same. She inspired me,
Yeah.
yes.
That's so cool, because we are on a podcast about women, so actually there was a woman who inspired you. This is really nice.
Absolutely, and she had so much knowledge, and she was very generous to share it with me.
That's so good that you learned so much from her. I love that. But when people think about interior design, they sometimes, I feel, have this romanticized imagination of what this job looks like. And because I don't know, people sometimes tell me, yeah, they just go to furniture stores, pick out vases and artwork. But what is actually the hardest part of your work, would you say, for people that have no insight in these jobs, that no one would ever expect?
I think a lot of people thinks this is we're only going to the Pinterest, searching for inspirations and copy paste them to our projects, which is obviously not true. We are working on the project starting from the material selection. We love to make cohesive houses, even if the client would like to have one room classical, one room in this marble, one room in another. We always try to push them towards the cohesive interiors where when one material finds its ways to another. And the scale is very important. For example, if you have a huge living room, you cannot put a small sofa and other way around.
Yeah, it would look weird.
It would look first weird, yes, and secondly, it's not functional. So we start probably from material selection, functions of the interior, and that's very often very challenging, especially in the office space where you have different sizes of the offices and different functions.
Yeah.
You can't come up with one format of the room and copy paste it.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. But when you think, like you say, cohesiveness is something that is important, because like in fashion design, I have the feeling that in interior design there are also trends coming and going all the time.
Course.
So how do you work with that so that a project or a client is not unhappy after, let's say, 2 or 3 years. So you need like to have also this timelessness in the designs, but also like the modern approach. How do you deal with that? Because I imagine that's the hardest part, actually.
That's true. Usually we have requirements from the client, and we know already more or less what they like. And if they're coming to us, they probably saw our recent projects. And I always try to create interiors which are timeless.
Okay.
And I often try to build the space which you can fill with items that are trendy at the moment, and exchange them quickly next year, or let's say in 5 years. I often use iconic design, which never goes out of fashion.
What would that be, iconic design?
There is this one armchair that I love, and I promised myself straight after the university, if I can afford it, I will buy it. It's a B&B Italia armchair, Serie Up 2000.
Okay, I have to Google that, and maybe I will put a link to the picture in the show notes so people know what we were talking about. Okay, did you buy the chair?
Yes, I did.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, it's a beautiful chair. It's that has a very feminine shapes. It represents woman.
Oh yeah, I know now what you're talking about.
Yes, with a womb, and it has a round ball as an ottoman that is connected with the armchairs with a line.
Like an umbilical cord.
That represent a child, which is the ball, which, you know, like the, what is it called? In the jail, I know what you mean. Like for the feet, like the cuffs. Yes, they had this cuff and the metal
this ball.
Yeah, so it represents that women, jail is home, and the ball is the child, and this is their cuff.
That's actually so interesting that furniture design can be so political.
Yes, and the first design was would come only in the fabric that has stripes, white and black, like the prisoners, female prisoners.
Okay, that's so deep actually.
It's very deep, but I loved it so much.
Yeah, it's very interesting. It's a very artsy and like almost political approach to interior design and to furniture design.
It's not that I believe that we women are prisoners of the house, but I think every single woman that gave birth to a child felt like this for a couple of months. And
oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And this it's amazing that you can have a furniture that represents that, I wouldn't say pain, but a little bit of truth.
Yes.
Of the woman life and being a mother.
That's so interesting. That's really interesting. Yeah. Let's talk about a little bit about you as a businesswoman. What would you say is the best investment that you did in yourself?
The best oh my God.
That could be anything. That could be like buying something, learning something.
My master degree.
Okay.
A lot of people nowadays, they skip master degree. Yeah. They stop on bachelor. I was lucky enough, I had parents who encouraged me. They're both doctors, as I said. So when I finished my bachelor degree, I was extremely happy. I said to my parents, now I finish my school, I go to work, I don't have to do anything. And they were like, bachelor degree? It's not even a higher education. Okay. So they're like, come back to the university and bring the master degree. And yeah, that's what I did.
Digital arts, you said, right?
Digital arts.
So what did you learn in that phase?
In that phase, I got more familiar with the 3D designing.
Oh, okay.
I think it's a different approach. Bachelor degree, you're still a kid.
Yeah.
And when you're doing your master's, you have different approach.
Okay.
It was, maybe I didn't get the knowledge that would extremely changed me, but achieving that academic title changed a lot how I saw myself.
Okay. That sounds good, yeah.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
Master of Arts.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, and it is a creative job, so it makes sense, right?
I know a lot of designers that they don't hold any degree and they're maybe more famous than I am and they might be better. But just for me, if you ask me for my perspective, I'm extremely proud of that.
Would you say that you took any risks at some point in your career? Because anytime I talk to women or in general people that are business owners and have their own thing going on, there is some point where you have to take a risk, right? Because you cannot achieve something without going full in.
Oh, yes.
So was there something where you said that was a little bit risky, but I did it anyway and it turned out really well?
So the risky part for me, well, I'm a 100% owner of my company, so I take the whole responsibility, also financial. And the biggest challenge for me was to hire someone who will depend on the income of the company, and I felt a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
And at the same time, it was the best decision in my life, so I started hiring.
That's so good. Yeah, I mean, because if you're only responsible for yourself, that's something totally different, right?
Absolutely.
When there's someone else and maybe their family is depending on you, that's a whole another story.
But you cannot build a business on your own.
Yeah.
You have to start hiring, and you have to start hiring people that are professional.
Yeah, that's so true. Okay, something else. When I look at your social media, I always see you have won an award or you are invited to some conference to speak or you are featured somewhere as industry leader. What do these kind of endorsements mean to you?
What do they mean? I'm always very humbled when they invite me. I'm very humbled that you invite me as your first guest.
Yeah.
I'm very happy. And it's always a pleasure for me to share my knowledge and to be a leader in the industry. I'm a woman in the industry that is dominated by men.
Is it really dominated by men?
I feel that, yes,
okay.
Absolutely. And I think men are more likely to take a risk.
Yes, definitely.
Than women. We overthink every single step
detail,
of the process.
Yeah, that's so true. And now back to the trends, because there's not only trends when it comes to the design, but also when it comes to how we as people work. And when I look at the recent developments with AI and other developments, what do you think your industry will look like in, let's say, 5 to 10 years? Do you think there will be big changes coming up?
I think there will be a huge shift towards AI. We won't lose our job, that's for sure, but it will be a completely different process of designing. What I think will be able to design much faster. That AI will be a tool for us, not a competition.
Yeah.
You can't change, I think you cannot replace talent.
Yeah, and especially the human brain and its creative process, right?
Exactly.
I mean, at some point, even if you can get help from the AI to calculate things or a room or whatever, you can never be a human being as an AI, you know, like to come into a room and have the feeling of how it feels. And I think it's the same with fashion design, actually, and architecture in general, and design. Maybe not graphics design, I don't know, but I think it's a very helpful tool.
It will be extremely helpful tool.
But do you think that a lot of people will probably lose their jobs?
I don't think so. I think it will shift the way we're working at the moment. I don't think people will lose their jobs. Of course, if you look at years ago how they did the technical drawings and now everyone can do it on their notebook.
Yeah.
The cat works on basically on the potato. You connect it to the to the electricity.
So
this will be a completely different way of working. I believe in AI and how the technology is changing so quickly.
Yeah.
AI can inspire us. It's incredible what you can do at the moment with it.
So would you say that this is a skill that people in your industry should get familiar with, like to work with AI? And or what kind of skills do you think will matter most in your industry in the future?
Definitely 3D modeling is something that we should all focus on. We have specialists who are only focused on 3D modeling.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Because the car industry already did that years ago, right? Like 3D modeling.
I thought the AI.
The AI. I don't know about AI, but 3D modeling. But AI, definitely. I mean, I'm sure that they also use it a lot already.
At the moment, we are able to show the client exactly one-to-one their future interior.
Yeah. This is amazing. Like you can get a house tour with your already designed house.
You just put your VR glasses and you can have an actual tour through your new house.
That's amazing. What's possible already. When you look back at your life and your professional life, what's the most unusual job you ever had? Or what unusual job would you like to just try for one day?
I will tell you the most unusual job. Maybe it's a usual job, but I loved being a waitress.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, I love people. So you meet so many people during the day when you're serving food, and you always have a chat. I think I learned a lot about human nature. Mm-hmm. So that helped me to deal with clients. I was working in very high-end restaurant. So it showed me their behavior, how they behave if they're not happy with the meal or with slow service.
Because I mean, interior design is also a service industry of some sort. So I think when people are unhappy, they will let you know. So you have to deal with it. So do you think that this is a skill that you learned while waitressing?
Probably.
Okay. I mean, why not? You learn a lot of skills in different jobs. So yeah. One last question that is a little bit a cliche question, but I always find the answers to this question very interesting. If you could give your younger self advice, let's say the 15-year-old Aga, what would it be?
So that advice would be, don't be scared to risk.
Okay.
I would risk much more.
You would do you think it would have changed the path of your career if you had risked more?
I think it wouldn't change, but definitely it would be faster to achieve some goals.
I think you have to have a little bit of a maturity to risk things, because if you come from university or high school or whatever and you start being professional, I think there is only like a little amount of people who would like jump into starting their own business and risking it all. But definitely this is something that so many people tell me, like being able earlier to see the chances and opportunities you have. Okay. I mean, is there anything else you would like to share with us?
I think I have a lot to share, but at the moment, I don't know. Do you have any other questions?
Are you working on something interesting at the moment?
Yes, I'm working.
Can you tell something about it, or is it?
So definitely, I'm working on a very special project, which is office in the industrial area, but the client is Belgian, and they have completely different approach to the office. Even though it's a factory office, we're making it very high-end.
What does that mean?
It means we're using high-end materials, but very durable, because it's next to the warehouse. Okay. And we are designing it from a human perspective. So human is in the center of design. There is not even one workstation that isn't height adjustable.
Yeah, I have the feeling everybody does that now.
Yes.
Even some people already have like walking pads at their workstations.
But I think I could not work like this.
Yeah, me neither.
Definitely.
I have to like concentrate on one thing. Either it's running or it's working, but not both.
The client has their own chef for their workers.
Okay.
He's taking very good care of his people. It's beautiful. He's bringing European approach to the Middle East.
Where can I apply? No, but it sounds amazing. It's actually really cool because, I mean, if you have a company and you have employees, you should take care of them, right?
Yes.
And this is actually really a European approach.
Yes.
It is, yeah. That's so good. Okay. Anything else coming up that's in your future? Or let's ask differently. How long in the future are you already booked out? Like, is there, if I would now buy an apartment and say, please do your thing, would it even be possible? Or would you say, 2027 is my next slot?
No, it's not 2027. I think we can, till the end of the year, we don't have any free spots for a new project. But 2026, yes, we can start.
How do you acquire new clients? Because I think this is something that's really difficult for many people, no matter which industry they work with. Is it that one person or one client recommends you to the other one and you get a job because of that? Or are you advertising your services somewhere? How do you do that? Because like, I think people want to know, like, how do you get your clients?
We're not advertising ourselves. Maybe if I will have a bigger team, we'll start. But at the moment, we don't feel the need for that. I have a boutique studio, so every single project has to be designed by me and overlooked by me. And it's usually the word of mouth. And we have coming back clients. We have developers who are coming back to us, and they have unlimited amount of projects.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing actually.
But I'm thinking about advertising. As I said, as soon as we have a bigger team, so if I will see we need more projects, we'll start advertising.
Okay, so at the moment, I think you are good with what you already have to work with, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you are so busy all the time, like. I don't know. You're, I think, one of the busiest people I know.
Oh my God.
No,
that
really.
sounds so bad.
No, it doesn't sound bad. It's actually really good. I admire that. And I'm envious a little bit that you have to do something all the time. There is you don't have like so many people that have their own companies starting out, have this crisis where they're like, I need a project, I need something to do, you know, and then for 4 weeks they don't do anything, and then they're like 4 months full in, and then again, you know, it's a struggle, it's a hustle all the time. So
yes, no, we have everything very well scheduled, and we always add a little bit of time during the program of the project, so we can accommodate a new project.
Yeah, that's so
while
smart.
Working on another one, if it's something urgent for clients who are coming back to us.
Yeah, and I mean, you also need like some little space for feedback loops, right? And
yes,
when something goes wrong or whatever, you know, life happens. So,
and in the design studio, you have so many people that you need to hire who has to take care of the office. They have to take care of the financials that you're dealing with, the invoicing. They have to check what's going on site. I like to go on site. I like to see everything.
How is that, like going on site? Like, are people respectful of you? Like, oh, the interior designer is coming? Or is it more like, oh my God?
No, they're very respectful, and we work as a one team.
Yeah,
so
that's so
I'm
good.
a team player.
Yeah.
Usually when the client has their own contractor, we work very well. And this is something that people should know. Interior design project, it's a living organ, I would say. You will always face mistakes from our side or the contractor's side. I've never saw a project that would be finalized without one mistake. There is always a mistake. So me and contractor, we have to be one team. Otherwise, there is no way we can finalize the project.
It's a team effort.
It's a team effort. And if we are a team, we see each other mistakes. We don't go to a client and say, hey, this wallpaper, this I think it shouldn't be here. No, we try to communicate with each other, fix it.
To make the client happy and not bother him with the small
I think for a client
mistakes.
would be very stressful.
Yeah.
The process of fixing it.
Yes.
For us, it's an everyday problem. So we can easily replace the wallpaper and there's no mistake.
Do you, in your personal life, like to decorate your apartment? Because on TikTok or on Instagram, you see there are these women that are redecorating, repainting, remodeling all the time.
Yeah.
Are you a person who likes to do that, or are you someone that says, I have now the perfect furniture, the perfect curtains, the table, the books, and now I'm fine and I will leave it as long as I like it? Or
the design of my apartment,
of your own,
of my own, is timeless. I wouldn't change one thing.
Okay,
I can't even change one pillow because I love it so much.
Yeah, but that's so good.
Yeah,
it's like it frees your mind, right?
It does. My interior is very zen. I come back and I don't have to think about anything. That's maybe why I never redecorate. The space is perfect.
Very zen. Is this also your approach when you work with clients, like to make it like this?
I'm trying to build the canvas that they can later add something from themselves, because usually women, we like changes. My work is to design, so when I come back home I don't have this urge of changing or adding anything, but I know it can be a hobby, so I'm trying to build something that it's easy to change with small accents.
Yes, like changing vases or pictures on the wall,
even curtains if they want.
Yeah, that's a good approach.
To be very honest, what I chose is perfect. So if you add something, you will only ruin this.
Okay, that's good. That's almost No, I like that approach. Actually, I really like it because it doesn't bother you all the time.
Yeah.
You know, that's so like it frees your mind. It's like when we talked about earlier about organization, decluttering.
Yes.
The less stuff you have, the better it is, and the more it frees your mind. And I think with design or like furniture or decoration, it's the same. Once you're happy with what you have, you don't feel the constant need to change something.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's actually amazing. Okay, let's wrap it up. Aga, thank you so much for joining me. I will put all your links to your profile website in the show notes so people can have a little insight in what you're doing.
Much.
If anyone has feedback for this episode or in general, or you know a woman you would like to listen to on this podcast, you can also reach out to me. My contact info will be in the show notes. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Aga.
Thank you so much, Iwona.
And see you next time.